Welcome to exercise 4 of the Microsoft Access database. In this question we are requested to open a database program, and we create a database named college in the next exam folder. Then we create the following tables named school and student respectively in the database created. Then we use appropriate data types and we set a primary key for each table. So we are going to open a database program, then we create a database named college. Therefore you just go to your folder, you right click, then you click on new, then you click Microsoft Access database, then we write the database name, which is college. After that you click save to enter to save, you click enter again to open that particular database. You can close this, you can click enable content. So after that we are going to create the following tables, one for school and the other one for the student. Therefore we are going to start with the first one, which is for school. Therefore you can realize that we have the field name, we have the sizes for each specific field name, we have the specifications that we need to follow, and we have the captions for each specific field name. Therefore we click on the database, then we click on create, then we choose table design. Therefore we will be able to key in that particular information. So we have student ID, we have department, and we have date of admission. So after that we can click the first one, which has size 11. We click on font size and we write 11, and then we also have the caption of that student ID. Therefore we click down here on caption, then we type student ID. After that it has the specification, which is primary key, the first one. So right click the student ID, then you click on primary key. Click on a primary key to apply the primary key. After that you can click on the second table. Under the second table we have department, which has size 25. Therefore click on the font size and you write 25. Then we click on caption and we type department. After that we have the lookup. The lookup is here, but we will apply the lookup at question C. Therefore we first just insert the sizes and the captions as well as the primary key. So after that we click on the date of admission, we click on the font size, we write size 10. Remember that in the data types that we have used for all these field names as text, that it will be able to enable us to use the font size. Otherwise, if you use any other type of the data type, it will not allow you to change the font size of that specific field name. Therefore I can click on the caption, then I type the caption, which is date of admission. Very good. So after that I can click on table 1, then I click save, then I can be able to write school, then I press OK. So after that I'll just click on create, I click on table design, then I fill in the information for the second table, starting with ID card, student name, so after that we can right click and make it primary key, then we change the size. The size is 8, and we write the caption, which is an identification card. The second one has the size of 25. Then we write the caption, which is student name, Go to the third one, we change the size to 11. Then we go to caption, it has student ID. And I can click the gender, I'll change the size. Then caption. So after that I can right click, then I click save, and I call this student, and I click save. Okay, so I can click the school table. So we have been able to key in we have been able to create the tables. We have been able to create the tables for the school and the student. Therefore, after that, we are asked to apply the following field properties to each field with a lookup field type. Apply the following field properties to each field with a lookup field type. When we check on our tables, the department under the school table is the one which has the lookup, and also the gender under the student table, it is the field name which has the lookup. Therefore, we are requested to apply the following field properties to each field with a lookup field type. Number one, we apply the display control, which is comma box, and the row source type we use value list. Therefore, we click on the department, then we click on lookup. Under the display control, we use comma box. Then under the row source type, we use value list. Then under the row source, we'll be able to type the information which is provided. You have computer, comma, and you make sure that you do not space. You have business. You have engineering. Then we have mathematics. So we have computer, business, engineering, then mathematics. So after that you can be able to close. After that you can be able to close this table. Do you want to save the changes? You say yes. After that you go to the gender under the student table, then you click on lookup. Under the display control, we choose comma box. Then under the row source type, we choose value list. Then under the row source, we write male, then female. After that, we have the default value. You click on the general, you click on default value just below the caption, and the default that is provided is male, therefore you just type male, and after that you can close to save. You say yes. So after creating the two tables and applying all those properties, the next thing is to create the relationship, whether asked or not. It's always good to create relationship between the tables so that you can be able to link those tables together. Therefore, we click on the database tools, then we click on relationships. We highlight the two tables, we add, then we close. The student ID is similar to student ID, therefore we drag the student ID to student ID, then we click create. After that we close to save, and you press yes. So after that we go to the next question, which says create one data entry form for the two tables and save the form as data entry in the next exam folder. We create one data entry form for the two tables and we save the form as data entry. Therefore we'll go back to our program, we click on create, And now we are going to use the form wizard. So we can pick from the student table. The first one is ID card, followed by student name, then followed by gender. The next one is student ID. And since we have student ID from both the student and the school table, we'll begin with the student ID under the school table because it is the one with the primary key. Therefore, we click the student ID, go back to student, and we pick the other student ID. After that, we can now have the department and we have the date of admission. So we have picked, or we have selected all the field names from the both tables. After that, you click next, then we choose datasheet, then we click next, and we type the name of that specific form, which is data entry. Therefore, you just type data entry, then you click finish. So after that, you can see that we have a data entry which is joining the both tables. So when you fail this data entry, those particular entries will be able to appear on each specific table. Therefore, we are now going to type all this information and we'll be able to do the provided question. Therefore, I'll just key in that data. So remember that we end student ID which was appearing from the both tables. So when you just type this, you can skip and it appears automatically. Then since we are applying the combo box, you just click on the arrow and you can be able to pick the value of your choice that you need to insert on that specific field name. Then you can write the date. So you can reduce the spacing by double clicking. Just double click to reduce the size. Then we will be able to key in the other data. So this one, since we still used the combo box, you just click and you can choose the female. Then you type that data. Just skip, it fills automatically. Then you can be able to pick and select. Go to the next one. Then we will fill the last one. Skip that, it fills automatically. You can pick the mathematics and then you write the date. So we are done filling the information that was provided for the data entry. Therefore, you just close. So when you open the school, you realize that all the data has been filled. If you open the student table, you realize that we have all the information that we have been able to fill under the data entry. So when you fill the form, then the tables are filled automatically. So after that, we proceed to the next question, which says create a query to display the following: student name, student ID, gender, department, and date of admission. Then we save the query as data query. Therefore, we go back to our application, we click on create, then we use query design. We highlight the two tables, you click add, then you close. So you're requested to create a query to display student name. Therefore, you double click student name, the student ID, gender, department, then date of admission. So after double clicking them, you click on run to retrieve that information. So you can see that we have the data displayed for the student name, the student ID, gender, department, and date of admission. Then you can close to save. We call it data query. So we have created a query to retrieve information from the school and the student table. So we have our query. So after that, we create a report from the query created and save it as student's report. Therefore, you click on that specific query, the data query, then you click on create, then you click on report direct. So you can be able to see that we have a report. Click here, then you click save. We call it students reports. So we name it students report, then you press OK. So you can see that we have been able to create two tables for school and student. Then we created the data entry form. After that, we created the data query, and after that we have created a report which is for students report. So you can maybe edit the header and call it students report. So I can call it students report. Yeah. So that is it. We are done with exercise 4 of the Microsoft Access database. Once again, thank you so much for watching our videos. Do not forget to subscribe, like and comment, and also share the videos with your friends and ask them to join our channel so that they may be able to view more educative videos. Thank you, and do not forget to subscribe.